Hello and welcome to the second season of the Lunar Colony. My name is Voltali, your friendly neighborhood Jolteon, joined today by Runaway Brick. Brick, how are you doing today?
I'm doing just fine, and hearing about this show match today, I'm doing even better.
Awesome, awesome. Now, last season we had some great teams, some of which have in fact returned. We've got the likes of Seas, Pugsoon, Dactylus, FU Megamon, all have made their triumphant returns this season. Hopefully, they'll have some even more amazing matches to come in the season starting on July 4th. Now, Brick, did you see any teams? Did you see any of these teams last season, or perhaps you're excited to see one of our new teams as well?
Well, I am very familiar with some of the names you mentioned. For instance, I was on C's last season, and this
Yes.
season, having a little bit of a busier schedule, I'm actually off that team, and I'm excited to root for now Zemby, who's going to be taking my spot. But as well as
Mhm.
C's, obviously, I have to shout out Dactylus. They were the only team we lost to last season, so have to give them shouts. And FU Megamon, obviously, very strong team. Pugsoon, our arch nemesis. I'm excited for them as well.
Look to see them win or lose.
Well, honestly, I'm looking to see them win. You know, they had some rough games last season against us, but I want them to bring a better fight this season.
All right, all right. And as I said before, last season two starts officially on July 4th. So you're probably thinking, well, why are you here today? Well, today we have a showcase match between two teams of some amazing creators. And I do believe they are almost ready to go. But, Brick, looking at these creators, are there any names you find familiar?
Familiar, first name that comes to mind would have to be Spice. Spice, I mean, I've
Mhm.
known him for a while. Been playing with ladder with him for about a year. I mean, ever since 6v6 came out, we've been running into each other. But as well as Spice, I'm gonna say Zur, my teammate or my ex-teammate, I should say. I'm looking out for him mainly, as well as Spice. But Zur is obviously a very strong support, so I'm looking forward to see him play. As well as Liar, I was not informed until very recently that Liar was also participating, and I'm aware that he's a very, very strong player. So I'm very excited to see what he has in store.
Awesome, awesome. Well, hopefully, these teams can deliver words today. Hopefully, they can deliver an incredible performance. I
Right.
do believe they might be almost ready to go. Um, so let's find out where we're going in the world.
Three, two,
So
one.
let's see how things go. Coming out of the gates, obviously, some professional teams, of course, they know the coordination of the symmetric teleport. But in that rank lobby, it doesn't happen.
Absolutely. So it looks like Breed's Pure is going to look to take the point here, as he's just looking for an opportunity around the back. And wow, the Tracer dives, he gets a kill instantly on Liar. Of all people, the kill instantly is Liar. That falls first.
A surprise as well, because we don't have associate to our characters, which means Maya can actually flashbang, which is very, very
Clearly.
Tracer.
Okay.
So
That's news to
So
me.
not-
Wow.
yeah, I mean, slows you down. Okay, so Spice loses the Zarya trade there. Redacted getting a kill from above onto Tracer, and the trap unfortunately tagging out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think Jackalus is one of those players that knows exactly where you're going to end up. He puts a trap right where you're going to rotate to, and he gets him every time. I absolutely despise playing against this guy in ladder, and it's really just because of how good he is with those traps.
Yeah, no, exactly.
KFC 11 spices, 40% in counting. And Corn is opening with a pick here on Spice. Liar flanking it to the right side. He's going low, but he's dove by...
Oh!
Who is this guy on the Tracer? Absolutely beautiful. Another kill on Liar. The Corn trades out their queen, so it looks like they're still in the lead here in terms of.
And
Wow.
I think we got a double from that. Wow.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this guy is absolutely popping.
Triple.
Wow, 2 kills with 1 direct shot. That's insane. That's absolutely insane.
Yeah, no. I mean, to
Let's take
be
a look at
fair,
the
you
ult.
look at. Yeah, no, that's a fair shout. Obviously, we've got in that match fight. Sorry, we did use up our KFC rather used up their orbital, but Greed has one of their own, which they're probably going to engage with here. Yes, I was right. Ults do come out, as does WoW. Okay, that's back to back. We've got the. Wow, literally everything thrown, including the kitchen sink. And I think that might potentially be enough to trade out this fight. Potentially. I mean, they are holding it pretty well. Wow, yeah, that's a surprise. So not only did we see the satellite vector come out, we saw the high noon as well. But for the trouble, it cost them only a Junker Queen ult and a Junkrat ult, which I'm gonna be honest, that seems like a pretty fair trade.
It is a pretty fair trade, but since they used that pulse bomb just now, it kind of tips the scale a little bit in Greed's Fury direction because they do have the grab and the far ult combo. So this next fight, here it goes. A nice Mizuki ult. And the far goes down instantly, but it's still a lot of damage. Trades coming out from the Tracer, like always, and he gets Liar again. Liar's dead. Liar's gone. Nice life rip there. Both bubbles used from Greed's Fury. A nice chain onto the Zarya. She's falling low.
Zara keeping that 100 charge, but it's not enough. Getting absolutely shredded by Junker Queen at close range. And oh, okay, everyone's dropping. Get switched to a Sombra now. Wow.
It looks like he's going
And
back to spawn.
KFC 11 Herbs and Spices being the first to get that 99, that's going to apply a lot more pressure onto Greed's Fury. So we'll see how things go with that. I do hear a Tracer dancing around, and so did Redacted.
Yeah,
Goes
like
for the trade. Yeah. Oh, the orbit comes out. So does the Lifeweaver tree. Pulse goes, but nobody's home.
A huge Junker Queen and a nice
Beautiful.
knife for the Tracer. Are you kidding me? He falls, but not before the damage already been done. That was beautiful. That's another ultimate negated. Melody, previously they used the orbital ray, and immediately Misha knew to counter with that rampage. And this fight, the exact same thing happened. Zer popped the orbital ray, Horn immediately knowing to just send it with that rampage. Great fight.
Yeah, no.
Fire comes out.
Oh,
What can Jackals do with it? It's a nice orbital ray as well, but 2 fall. Oh my goodness, it's a classic from Jackals. Are you serious? Misha won. Oh, Corny gets traded out. Yeah, oh my god.
oh,
What
so it's dropping pretty low.
a great sanctuary to seal it. Oh, round 1 goes to KFC 11 Spices. Wow.
Don't mess with the Colonel, apparently. Wow.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Or else you'll get that Jackal's Riptire, man. It's absolutely
Yeah, no. The wrong kind of toy in your Happy Meal there. Now, chat, please don't yell at me. I know there's a McDonald's thing, but the joke was there, okay?
But
to be fair,
good joke.
thank you. To be fair, let's have a look at the stats here real quick. So we've got Korn on the JQ, 18 elims, 5,000, nearly 6,000 damage.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's similar stats for Misha, but the damage is just racking up, and it looks like the Lifeweaver is actually working out. And I want to take a closer look at that Lifeweaver for this next round, because I don't think that this map is actually going to be more favorable for the Lifeweavers. So let's see how they adapt.
Yeah. Last thing I want to mention before we get things underway for this next round, you mentioned in the start of the stream before the match went live how dangerous Jackals has been, do you think he's keeping up to your claim?
No, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you guys saw it firsthand that Jackal's Riptire at the end is still the deal.
Yeah.
He's absolutely clutching those scenarios where you need the most. Looks like he's
Liar again.
Wow, the momentum from KFC is just way too powerful. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, that was decisive. Liar again being the first to go down, I believe, in that cluster.
Okay. Yeah, Liar's falling quite a bit.
I
and
don't know if it's targeted at this point.
Yeah, I know, I agree. I think it's more just being out of position. I think that's all it is right now. I think that they're probably just warming up in terms of like playing together. So maybe there's a little bit of a miscommunication there. But as you saw, I mentioned that Life was a little bit weaker on this map, and you saw how easy it was for them to take that high ground with the speed ring and just completely steamroll them.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, given Life Weaver's style of healing outside of perks, he kind of needs to have that LOS, and given the amount of extra cover on this point, it's kind of hard to do, especially when you're not near the central objective.
Great point.
We did have a, I will say, with how things are building, both Zer and Melody getting pretty close to their orbits. Living taken down. Oh, buddy. Mystery heroes for you today, apparently.
Yeah. I have to agree with that one. And yeah, it looks like Corn's just caught out of position here. He's gonna stagger himself. Yeah, Jackal's coming up with a nice clean, and wow, a pulse bomb in their spawn. That's a message sent right to their spawn door.
Okay, that's just bullying, guys. This is a show match. Like, guys, come on.
You gotta let them warm up. Gotta let them cook. Okay, lots of ults here from KFC 11 Spice.
Oh, a great wall there, though, by Redacted.
Just to seal the deal here, it looks like someone's kind of grappling style as well.
Is that going to be? Yep. 0 to 100. Wow. Spice takes the first round, first game. That was really decisive. Holy. And I do want to mention as well, Just a Key, sorry, I completely butchered that one. Just Cash TTV, my apologies. Getting the player of the game on Tracer. Very, very powerful on Tracer throughout both rounds in this first game. But to return to the other team real quick, they did try and mirror the Tracer and it didn't go well for them. How do you, I mean, that's got to be a hit to the confidence. Would you agree?
Well, it depends on how they're looking at it. I mean, they could, in what I'm assuming is that they're kind of just warming up for this first match, or the first map rather. And for this second map, I think that they'll have a little bit of a firmer grasp on what their teammates want to do and how to work with them. That's usually how it goes, especially with players that you haven't played with before. So I hope that this next point, and it will be a little bit easier for them to coordinate. I feel like with that first map out of the way, they're warmed up. They're probably going to give them a better chance here, or a better shot at winning.
Yeah, no, definitely. I do want to quickly mention some of the people in our chat today, this evening. Well, evening for me, probably afternoon for yourself. A very warm hello to Shia Fresh, Yeeta Dog, Scatty OCE. Got some great people in there. Ice by T as well. Hello, hello, hello. I see you. Lovely to see you all showing up for us. And yeah, I want to know from you guys, who are you most looking out for on both these teams? If you could pick one player on each team, who do you want to see have their big moment? That's what I want to see in the chat as we get things underway for our next round. We'll be finding out where we're going very, very shortly. But yeah, no. While we have a bit of downtime, Runaway, did you see the new skin rank being added to Overwatch? The mythic skin, not mythic skins,
Skin
the
rank.
I forget what they called it, but it's like a new rank of skins, if that makes sense.
Yes, I have
Um,
seen that. That surprised me. I'm not gonna lie, that
yeah,
surprised
no.
me a lot.
All right. I mean, to be fair, we it's honestly I've got a fair bit to say on that, but that can wait as we are on the way back to Route 66. We've gone from cold to hot. Route 66, perfect for the summer. Nice, chill, warm in the heart of America.
Yes, sir. That's what we like to see. I think
Yes,
Route
exactly.
66 is going to be a little bit easier for that Life Weaver comp. However, I will say that Dive is a pretty strong choice on this map, so it might not play into Greed's Fury's favor in terms of team composition because I know KFC 11 they want to play that Queen comp, and I'm pretty sure they're going to roll out on that Queen mirror again. But in terms of DPS, I know that Redacted is strong on the Far, strong on the Tracer, and as we saw,
Mhm.
both Tracers were very strong. So I hope to see more of that Tracer gameplay, especially on a map like Route 66, where high grounds are very accessible and very important as well.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, to be fair, you mentioned the high ground there with Route 66, especially on point one.
Mhm.
I will say that can, in a way, be quite detrimental to a dive comp because if you can maintain control of that high ground, then
Right.
that really limits the dive comp's ability to pick a target and go in. So they're kind of, I guess, twiddling their thumbs until someone is out of position. And
Absolutely.
if
Yeah.
they play their cards right, then that just simply doesn't happen. I've seen it many a time in my comp games where we try and organize a dive and it just it doesn't execute correctly because no one is overextending, everyone's playing pretty far back, poking away, so we can't
Right.
really get anything going.
Yeah, I
Um,
feel that especially with Mizuki, for example, being added into the game, there's a lot of anti-dive kits that are being added, like Mizuki with that chain. I mean, I know from personal experience playing against Coldskin's team, Pug soon, how dominant an anti-dive could be. Um, so I agree with that. I think point one will be a pretty difficult retake, especially if they're going to go for that dive. But it looks like a tracer ban.
Honestly, I'm not surprised by either of these bans personally. Um, I will say to get uh to get handed so roughly in game one that you immediately ban the tracer. I
Mhm,
while I understand Tracer's very strong on this map, I don't think she's the best pick. So
mhm.
at least personally,
Okay,
I think I would have gone for a more long range ban personally, maybe getting rid of something like a Farah, because there are so many wide spaces as for point one and most of point two, I would say, that
mhm,
like and that being the majority of the map, I would prioritize bans based on the majority of the map. So like
right. Yeah,
getting like isolating that as opposed to someone like Tracer, which is really she finds her colors best in that final point. But we do get
absolutely.
things underway. KFC are the attackers for this first round. Let's see how things go. First snipe comes out from Cash, but nobody's home. Immediately switches over to the Cassidy. Spice is testing what he can do on that high ground.
Yeah, and you see the Zen Life Mover composition here on defense. It's not as bad as it seems because you have that pole. Oh,
You were
he
saying?
dies first. As I was
You
saying
were
that,
saying?
the cast first is good, but Liar gets a trade. Jackal takes out Green. it looks like they're trading out, and wow, the first fight is basically already over. It looks like Corn is trying to survive on that top left high ground, but he's gonna get hawked down.
Yeah, it's either Idol get murked, and I think we're going to see the latter very shortly. There's not really much he can do, just kind of trapped in that corner. And yep, I think Spice is about to finish the job. Yep, there we go. Good night, Vienna.
Comes in just for cleanup crew has arrived, and it looks like it's a big stagger. And I think that was very smart from KFC 11 to actually prolong that kill as much as possible. Because as you see, Grease Fury, they're all back now. However, they don't have that clean, and they won't for an extremely long amount of time.
I do want to say though, Liar taking down Zer and then
nice
Spice as well. Both some pretty, yeah, I mean, pretty decisive picks though. Just as you said, yeah, a little bit too late. Liar definitely seems to be a bit more in his A game this game.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, but just a little bit of a miscommunication there. It seems like he was committing, trying to incentivize his team to touch that point, but it just wasn't going to happen. Not enough numbers, of course, with the Corn still being on the way. And wow, Liar gets killed instantly. And the Zen falls. Another high noon here.
Okay, yeah. Carriage is just the jack of all heroes, apparently. Like, buddy, like, you don't need to know the entire cast. But no, very decisive as well.
Yeah. Completely agree, and it looks like they only will have the tree. Okay, Redacted is, oh my god.
Oh buddy, oh buddy, oh buddy.
Cash has found two, and the Redacted, that was their win condition. Their win condition was that Transcendence, and he's dead 96% to it.
Yeah. A really strong snowball going into point 3. Oh wait, no, they barely hold it, but I don't know if that's gonna work.
The Riptire just
that was that was rough. Going into going into point 3 with 5 minutes 5 on the clock. Honestly, I don't want to say it's a gimme, but like dare I say some Destiny terminology, is it Mickey? I don't know.
Raj has helped himself by diving into the backline very early, gets himself killed. Maybe just to even out the score a little bit here, because obviously it looks like the momentum would have been severely in KFC's favor if not for that pick right there.
Yeah. I will say Corn is playing a weird angle there, potentially trying to see if they can bait out an ult. Speaking of, ults do come out. I was right. Oh, okay. As you said, Transcendence came out there, but Jump Queen Carnage comes out, gets cancelled immediately though.
Quit making yourself an easy target.
A lot of trades here. It looks like Greed's Fury is going to be able to hold this. I think Jackal's in his right mind, he wouldn't be able to push this. So yeah, it looks like a regroup here finally for KFC 11.
Yeah, I mean, hell, one lost team fight over the course of an entire game, that's still pretty decisive.
Oh, Liar
the Nano came out there, the tire and the tree. Is it going to find anyone? Yes, it does. Top 500, by the way, back to spawn you go. And I think that might be enough. The Carnage comes out as well, just for good measure, taking down both Junk Queen and Life Weaver. Zenyatta, no peace and tranquility for you, back to spawn, and I do think they might get one more touch, but with 3 minutes 20 on the clock, I do think that's going to be all she wrote. Top 100 immediately being shut down. Oh, buddy. Yeah, the sun as well there.
I would have said that they would have had a good chance to retake that because Corn did actually get a closing pick there, so it would have been a 5v6 with the recontest, but obviously the ults to prevent them from touching there very important, and yeah, the Captain's Son just seals the deal right there.
Yeah, no, that was wow. Honestly, just wow.
3 minutes and 14 seconds on the clock. Absolutely amazing performance from KFC 11 to Spices, and I would like to say that Spice and Zer are looking like a dynamic duo. I think that Zer is positioning in a way that that Spice can capitalize off of, because Spice would like to take some space, and as soon as he engages, it looks like Xur is sending those nades, those anti-nades, and also supporting Spice on these aggressive angles. So they're able to take a lot of space, Spice and Misha as well, with this Ana. And I think that's really showing. I mean, the Ana Illari versus this Zen Lifeweaver composition, I mean, there's just so many more resources for that Ana and Illari comp.
Yeah, I mean, so the issue really is obviously Zenyatta has such a strong ult, but like his healing is so targeted that like I don't know if it's worth it. I mean, obviously, yes, you have the Discord orb that, while has been nerfed in the past year or so, I think down to 20% instead of 25, if I remember correctly. Even despite that, I just don't think it's going to be enough. We are seeing a triple support comp though by Greed's Fury. Melody on the Mercy now.
We've got Reinhardt Roadhog, Mercy Zenyatta, Widow, Lifeweaver on the side of Greed's Fury. This is going to be either very epic or very anticlimactic.
Redacted dropping very low there, just about cheating death, I think.
Giving Reinhardt the high ground there, but it immediately dropped off.
Yeah, I do want to say though, he's playing very aggressive on that Rhine, making sure to really command space, but you can't really command it if you don't fight for it. As Top 500 found out there, taking both Korn down with him as well. And I think, yep, the dominoes fall, and that's going to be it for that team fight.
Yeah, a bit of an interesting play there from Top 500, I will say. The using the pin to engage is not necessarily what you want to do. I feel like using the... Oh my... Are you serious? He flanks into spawn train and flash fans. In 2026, flash fans. Okay, he gets taken out by Liar finally. And the Melody swaps over to the music key. That's a lot stronger. I think this comp's a lot better now instead of Mercy. Needs to stabilize here. Nice hook. Now they're up one. Beautiful. Nice transcendence. Yeah, looks like they're going to clean up on cart. It looks like the plan here for AFC 11 just to regroup. Let's hope that Jackal doesn't get staggered too hard here. Looks like he's going to get out first. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Some trades coming in. Are you serious? They're not actually winning this in a clean way like I thought. 2 trades come in. Melody's falling.
Yeah, no, that is going to be a rough one. I will say, if that is going to be it, though, potentially, looks like it is. Let's have a look at the ult economy for a second. KFC, pretty much everyone on the board, while on the side of Greed's Fury, we have the Whole Hog, Earthshaft coming in very, very shortly. Oh, wow.
Whoa. You just went to the skybox with that one, and the guy just went to follow up. What in the world was that? I'll have to see a replay on that. Nice tackle from Shit One. Jackal comes up with 2. An absolutely reliable madman on the jump rat. Reed takes out 1, Top 100, I mean, takes out 1, but that trade will not be enough.
Yeah, no,
I used besides the Whole Hog last fight. I would have thought they would have used a little bit more, but I think it might have been a good idea for them to save these ultimates, because I think they have the advantage coming into this fight. Greed Fury, I mean.
No, definitely. I get what you mean. I do want to say, as we both kind of saw Misha taking it to the skies with the with the carnage. Wasn't that a thing you could do with the April Fool's Day event? Or am I thinking of Orisa?
But that sounds like something you probably would do.
Oh, trying to block there by the bubble.
Yeah. Not the best look there from Top 500, but the Transcendence comes out. Liar is taking the high ground, but the nade comes out. Lifer comes out as well. No nade for Xur. Wow, Illari finds Redacted. And they're just not able to find their footing. I mean, pick after pick, they're struggling.
Yeah, honestly, I don't even... There goes Alexa as well, yeah.
Out. That's all right. They traded out. Let's see if they can use that to their advantage here. Still on the Reinhardt. still on the run.
I've got you.
With 10 seconds left, they need to make a move and try and engage. The issue is they can't even close the gap right now. They're going through the tunnel, so, oh, buddy, the sleep of the century from Zur. Oh, that's going to hurt in the morning. And I think, yeah, there goes the nano, there goes the bubble. And that's, I think, going to be
They had the
all
tire
Shiro.
to, yeah, agreed. They had the tire to seal the deal. Liar gets one, but it's definitely not going to be enough. Team Spice up 0-2. That's insane.
Well, in OWCS tradition, if we say GG's now, then there's potential for a reverse sweep. So we get a full 5 series if I say GG.
I'm gonna go with yes on that. I feel like if we say GG now, we're gonna get the caster curse going, and we'll have a game 5.
Exactly. See, you know how it is.
Oh yeah, I've got my fair share of caster curses.
My apologies.
No.
But as we close out that one, another decisive win for KFC's 11 Spices. We are now 2-0 on the board. But yeah, no, let's have a look at the chat. I did see Yeet a Dog. God forbid we nerf Junkrat. Honestly, I think you might need to call up Blizzard on that one, buddy. That's not our department.
Yeah, we have.
Can we send all Junkrat players to an island with no technology? It seems your boy is quite unpopular today.
I guess so. Hey, I dislike Junkrat as well, but what can we say, man? Jackals makes it look stylish, makes it look entertaining, and that's what he's been doing. I mean, he hasn't missed a single tire in the past 2 maps. Maybe the 3rd map we'll see some whiffs, but as of right now, this guy is taking over the lobby, and he's swinging every ult fight with that rip tire consistently.
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Junkrat ban going into this next round.
I completely agree. I think the Tracer ban wasn't as strong as they would like it to be, and yeah, the Junkrat would be a great ban in my opinion. So I agree with you.
Especially when we've seen that they're so destructive on I wouldn't say on just that character, but at the same time, he hasn't had to swap out for anything else. So like, you know, we don't know how lethal he can be on other characters, you know, on other heroes.
Yeah,
so
in ranks he plays a little bit of Lucio and Ana, but I do know that Zur is that guy on Ana, so he might have to roll out on the Lucio if they decide to ban your favorite junker.
Yeah, no. I mean, to be fair, I say your favorite junk. You said your favorite junker. Personally, I'm more of a Junk Queen fan. Because,
okay,
you know,
I see that. Okay. Yeah, honestly,
I mean,
Junker Queen's a pretty good choice as well. I like Junkrat just because of his laugh, to be honest.
Fair. Speaking of the Junkers, we are going to New Junk City as our next map. What do you think is going to be the plan here if you're Greed's Fury?
If we're Greed's Fury, I do think that the best play would be to ban that Junkrat. I think that it's just giving them too many problems, and it's not even the rip tires that are the main problem. It's the fact that they aren't able to deal with the amount of pressure that the Junkrat can provide even in the neutral fights, right? Have a lot of damage to shields. And the other thing though too, the Sigma is available now for New Junk City. It's a pretty strong map for Sigma, and it's a pretty good pick into the Junkrat. So they might want to pivot into a different ban. Besides the Junkrat, if they want to go with the Sigma or more of a poke style, so that they're playing to the weaknesses of the Junkrat.
Yeah, no, honestly, really solid analysis there. I will say as well, with New Junk City having so many little nooks and crannies and different routes you can take, especially on the arena point. I do think having Tracer now available as well, also quite dangerous.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a great point.
I think they might have jumped the gun a bit too early then with these bans. But to be fair, again, as I said earlier, and you agreed, I do think we're expecting to see a Junkrat ban. I would be surprised if we potentially see a Queen ban as well. But then at the same time, I do think there are other tanks that are more dangerous here than Queen.
While that is true, I actually think that Queen is pretty strong on Flashpoint because of how many or how little points or how little fights you have to win in order to win a single point. In my experience, it's about 2 to maybe 2.5 fights. Like that half fight would be people staggering to the objective to try and touch it. But it's really only those 2 fights that you get per point. And I feel like with the Queen ult, it's so strong, so powerful, so it turns the tide very easily. I feel like having a resource like that Queen ult in the holster, it's going to be very helpful. And the bans come through. It's the Junkrat.
Oh, Junkrat doesn't exist
It's
on
not the
our
Junkrat, okay.
monitor.
But
He's
the
there in
Zarya
spirit.
response, okay.
To be fair, with how Zarya was being played, especially in those first few games, you keep up that high charge, you keep those bubbles up, you can just deny so much utility with those bubbles. I can understand why they went for the ban.
Yeah, I could understand it, but the question now is, what does Spice play besides the Zarya? And I haven't seen him play anything in ranked, at least, besides Queen or Zarya. Obviously, there's times that he flexes to other roles, but in this scenario, obviously he would be on the tank still. So I'm eager to see which tank he ends up going with on New Junk City.
Yeah, no, exactly. To be fair, when it comes to the maps, right? Because obviously we've had Route 66, we've had Arctic,
Right.
New Junk City now. We, depending on how things go here, we do have 2 other places that we can go. So you know what? I pose the question as things get underway here for a second. Out of the map we've had so far, where would you want to go on holiday?
Where would I want to go on a holiday? I'll say Antarctic Peninsula. All day over Route 66 because I kind of live in Route 66 right now. I'm in Texas, so I would rather go for kind of the opposite of what we got.
The colder climates.
Absolutely.
Speaking of cold, level 200 is now dead cold, sent back to spawn. The first pick of our game here. Spice has pulled out the Xion, though. I believe I pronounced that right. Please don't kill me if I said it wrong.
I think you said it right.
A new one for this season of Lunar Colony, introduced recently as well. So hopefully, you know, she gets some good plays. We get things underway in season 2 on July 4th. Make sure you're around for that. Plugs aside, let's get things underway. And honestly, I do think the the setup here on Greed's side is honestly so aggressive. You've got the Malga, you've got the Kiriko, you've got Lucio for additional speed, Bastion just to hammer it down lane. Obviously the Junker Queen as well. Well, I say that as Junker Queen then goes over, but like you've got a very impressive team here.
Yeah, I agree. The beat comes out from Kaz as well, just to seal the deal for this fight, and it's a very interesting look. I mean, you got Jackals on the Orisa. That's one of the heroes I didn't mention that he plays in ladder as well. Whenever that tank spot is available, he does go on that Orisa, and he's pretty strong. So I really like to see Spice as well on this Xion because he has in his previous streams been practicing that Xion in 5v5 rather than 6v6, but that's obviously because of role queue rather than the format being the deciding factor in which he wants to play. But Reed finds the opening pick, top 500, killing Spice, as I was talking about with Xion. Ults come out the window, matched with the Bastion ult. Kitsune or Melody coming out as well. Let's see if they can rotate to the point. Almost Captain Greed's Fury favor. A little bit of a recontest going on, but now the points flipped and Melody's fine. He's just found Kaj, and the cage comes out as well, and that seems to be a pretty decisive ult right there. Absolutely wonderful from top 500, and that seems to be it for this point.
Yeah, no, that was rough to say the least. One thing I do want to mention though, Jackal on the Orisa, as far as I'm aware, the kind of lockdown mode that she has, that doesn't stop Mauga's flaming crits, does it not?
I don't believe it does. I don't think Fortify stops that. I think that it does still do the reduced damage, but I don't think that it prevents it from those headshots, from that burning damage.
Yeah, no. And another thing as well. Oh, okay. Ults are being sent flying.
The beat and the rampage are at a very strong for Greed's Fury. This next fight, they're not going to have a lot of resources after using such strong ultimates.
Yeah, that was a very quick shutdown going into this next point. That was wow.
Yeah, that was very quick. Yeah, those kinds of ultimates, the beat and the rampage. I mean, you press it and you instantly get an insane advantage. So of course they're going to capitalize as quickly as possible.
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, while Greed seems to be doing pretty well here.
It's a 1v1 coming up. Nice spree from Spice to come out, and it looks like the Life Weaver with the tree. They use the tree, but they fall as well, and Jackals finds one as well with the Terror Surge. They match with the Curio, but it looks like it's way too late. And that's the remaining ult from Greed's Fury. It doesn't look like they have anything besides the Mauga Cage coming online soon, as well as the beat, but it's going to take a while for those two ults to come online.
Yeah, no, I mean, meanwhile on KFC side, you've got they've got the beat of their own, and you've got Zer with the Phoenix as well, which that's a lot of burn damage. I'm just saying.
Okay, I just noticed that. Nice. All right, Zer's offloading as well. It looks like they're going in early. Nice, Zer comes in with the ultimate.
And there it is. Does it find anyone? Yes, it does. Korn being taken down. I think Redacted almost got taken down there as well, but just about slipped out. Top 500 being sent back to spawn by Just Kaj. And I think, yep, the snowball starts to come in, and that might be all. Yeah, they have to disengage. By the looks of it.
Exactly. They had a great fight plan there. Just go in early. They knew that they had the advantage there. So now they're still in the spawn, still trying to get trades. Before the fight comes out, the shout comes out from the Mauga, and he's vulnerable now. He falls.
Yeah, but I suppose the concern, though, if you're playing this aggressive and in their spawn trying to hold them off like this, is that then if you lose someone, then you potentially can get snowballed. You know, like it feels like it's a good strategy, you know, until it isn't. Until they turn around, get that one pick, and then you immediately all fall like dominoes. With how things have gone
you're immediately put on the back foot with something like that.
Exactly. With how things have gone so far, though, with Xion, how do you think she's fitting in the meta currently? Because she seems to be doing pretty all right.
I would say I haven't seen her a lot in 6v6 personally because I haven't been on 6v6, but I know that in OWCS she's played quite a lot. She's one of the premier bans nowadays, and it's because of her abilities. I mean, that charged up shot that she has, it completely annihilates people, as well as the bike. The bike has a lot of versatility, and it's showing. I mean, the OWCS players, they're finding amazing techs and ways to utilize this character in ways that we haven't seen with any other race. So it's very exciting to see, and I think that she is going to be played a lot in this tournament.
Oh, the cage comes out. It catches, I think, 3 or 4 there. Oh, wow,
the combo is,
yeah.
As well as the tree. Lots of ults here from Greed's Fury, but they're so far forward. The Bastion's caught out of position here, and it looks like they're turning the fight here with that. Spice has now turned the momentum in KFC's favor.
Yeah, that was quick. I mean, they did burn a good handful of ults for that, though, but actually, no, I say that. There was only 2.
Yeah, I mean, Greed's Fury, they went in so early there with the cage and the Kitsune, and they weren't able to finish off the fight. And then you saw Spice take that off angle against the Bastion, took the 1v1, and then they were able to collapse on the rest of Greed's Fury. So now, without an ult advantage, they've lost the fight that they were supposed to win with relative ease with that Cage and the Kitsune. And now they're going to this fight with no ults. And KFC's got both support ults. They've got Queen ult online as well.
Yeah, honestly, I don't really know what the plan is here, because anything that Greed tries to do, either they jump the gun or it's just countered. As again, we see there, like a pretty heavy team wipeout there. Redacted just about able to slip out.
Yeah, and it still seems like the ult advantage is heavily in KFC 11 Spice's favor. I mean, it's not looking good. That fight cost them so much. And look, they're going in. Wow, a very early engage, and they're going right to the back.
I think that beat might have been a bit early, but they still do get the picks.
Oh, the Ajax! Are you serious? The response beat from Liar gets canceled. Gets canceled by Taj. Are you serious? So they're not going to have the beat for the next fight as well. The only thing online for Greed's Fury in this next fight is going to be that Rampage. They're going to have the Cage and the Bastional maybe mid-fight as well, but on the side of KFC 11 Spices, they're also going to have ults to match. Just a little bit less, though. They're going to have 2. It looks like Greed's Fury is going to have both tank ults to match up against Spice's ult and the Window. So it looks like Greed's Fury might take away this fight. But let's see how they play it, because last time they had ult advantage. It didn't go so well.
Yeah, no. Just about able to get that kill there on Liar with the fight.
Onto Liar. Spice is absolutely showing out in this character. And that's a prime example of, like you mentioned, this hero is a force to be reckoned with. And I'm pretty sure we'll see a lot of it in this season.
Yeah. I was gonna say earlier in the downtime between fights that I feel like Xion is kind of like the modern day version of Tracer in the sense of how much backline oppression that she can do.
Right. Yeah. I think with that bike as well, you can get in. She has a dash that gets your over health as well. So perhaps you use that bike or you use that dash to engage, and you have one or the other to escape as well. So she has multiple escape options, and a very early engage. Liar gets 2, and it looks like the point is flipped. However, so they're gonna go fight with both tankles. Let's see how they play this out.
This is quickly looking for do or die for Greed's Fury. They come in with the Cage. Cage is holding, it's holding, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. Orisa with the tornado with the ult, but it gets shut down before she can fully cast it. I do think. God, everything is being thrown out, and I just
the beat as well. Yeah, you're completely right. Everything is being thrown into
again.
This fight.
The kitchen sink. They switched to Doomfist. What?
Oh, okay, that's another new thing that I wasn't able to track because of all the ultimates going on. They just walked over to the Doomfist to try and get some. I'm assuming to try and get a little bit more backline pressure. Maybe though it was just to try and force the objective, because they did end up flipping the point, and it might have been because of that Doomfist that they were able to flip the point while they were pushed so far here. The trade's coming in. Horn is down. So is level 200. Spice gets Melody. Spice is in the back lane being an absolute menace right now. And a beat for Liar. Let's see if he Ajaxes this time. Hopefully not. Here it goes. He's not able to get it, but Baptiste is low. Top 500 is fall. Liar gets another trade though onto the Baptiste. Spice finds one. And it's an absolute dogfight right now.
Yeah, no, it's not looking good for Greed to.
Kitsune try and touch you. A nice knife, and Jackals is very low. He's the only one that seems to be on the point right now, and yeah, they're gonna take this point. It looks like it's only 2-2, unless Spice has something to say about it.
I mean, 99 to 95, this is do or die. If they can't cap this, then that's going to be all she wrote. And they are not going down without a fight.
Okay.
Greed's Fury just... Yeah, Greed's Fury just about able to claw out that win on that point. We are now 2-2. This is all for all the marbles for Greed's Fury. If they don't win this and they are done. Dunzo, finito, they're gone. So you've got to imagine the stress in their comms right now.
Okay, patched up.
Still on the team if they have that meteor strike though. So it's like both angles of course with that Great Fury. So only gonna have that speed and the speed to counter the barrage of ultimates that the 11 is going to throw down. Territory. Where it goes in, it looks like a nice dive by Zur and the Doomfist. Charge punch comes out. Yeah, wow. A great dive there from Spice, Zur, and the Doomfist. I think that that's a really nice team composition that they've crafted right here. It's, you know, you've got Jackals to hold it down in the front line, but then again, you've got Zur and Spice that can really turn to the back line at any moment and be extremely lethal. So they're going to have to watch out. Great Fury going to have to watch out for this extremely versatile DPS that 11 Spices has come up with. Early beat.
Oh wow, okay, double beats coming out there. Let's see whose beat does it better. I think just about, wow, okay, we see the that was a 5, unfortunately.
Okay, well, close enough, and I think that's going to be enough. Oh my goodness, that was amazing.
Yikes. Yeah, Korn wants this bad, as we've seen. That was impressive. The team kill does come out there, 25-71 on final point of New Junk City. Like I said, they're not going down without a fight.
Yeah, Greed Fury has an amazing ult advantage right now. If you can see in the top left, they're going to have the Kitsune as well as the last two, as well as the active Bachelor and Vexar's Greed. So they have to 11 spices going in early here. He's going to try and close out the ult. They're going to try and fight. It comes out, green response, and Bastional comes out as well. Gets Jackals. Spice trades out with his ult. Spice finds 2, but Liars find 2 as well, and there's only 2 alive. It's only the Doomfist and Spice. Let's see if they can clutch.
Yeah, this is getting real short on time.
Yep, absolutely.
Are they going to go for the contest? I think they're trying to, but I think they might have got shut down. No, they do just about get it. We are in overtime, but I don't think they're going to be able to do anything with it. Unfortunately, Doom is trying his best, bless him. Gets shut down, sent back to spawn. Zur comes out with the Phoenix. Does get a good bit of damage there, as does the Terror Surge coming out as well. Back to back, Terror Surge kills Liar. Oh my, okay, I think, yeah, there goes Zur as well. Korn being taken out in response, Jackal being taken out in response. Everyone's being back and forth like dominoes. They are fighting. They are trying to do all they can. I think Spice was the last one there. Yep, that's going to be all she wrote. A beautiful comeback there for Greed Fury. Well done.
Yes. Yeah, I couldn't have
Finally
said it better
warmed
myself.
up, as they've said in chat there.
Exactly, yeah. That's what I like to see from Korn as well, because he played an amazing match, and I could definitely see how the tides have turned in Korn's favor, in Greed Fury's favor. That was still an extremely close match, but absolute cinema regardless. Both teams had amazing plays, especially this one. This is an amazing stomp. They invested the window, and Greed said, no thank you. He just stomped right over that window, catching the Baptiste. Some great plays from both sides there.
Yeah, no, really, really well done. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised Grease Fury were able to pull this back, considering those first 2 games seemed like they couldn't even, not even like find their footing. They couldn't even like begin to crawl, let alone walk, you know? It seemed like they were really struggling to get out the gates, but to turn it around that efficiently in this game, it's clear to see that they're definitely not going down without a fight. Let's put it that way.
Yes, that was quite the fight, I will say. However, they do not have the Junkrat ban anymore. So next map,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure Jackals is going to probably direct the decision to go to a close range map so that Junkrat can be even more powerful. Something like maybe a King's Row, something like maybe even a Numbani, where the points are very congested at times. King's Row is probably the best example of that, but we'll see probably a close range map here for KFC 11 Spices.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned both King's Row and Numbani, those maps especially. Once you get past that first point, it's like almost like very, very tight columns almost in terms of like, you know, the buildings kind of blocking off. Yeah, no, 100%. I feel like it's a bit less oppressive on King's Row going into point 3, but even then it's like it's quite rough because it's not necessarily um a short location, more in the sense of like you have basically no cover. You have that central building with the high ground kind of platform, and that's about it. Obviously there are a few other spots that, you know, you can utilize, but realistically, you know, if you're in that kind of spot where you don't have any direct cover, then you're just kind of sitting duck for someone like a Junkrat. He could just sit up top and just, like, you know, pium his cricket
Yeah,
balls
I mean,
of
that's
doom,
what he
you know.
does all game. Just
So
about whether you can hit those pews, if you know what I mean. And Jackals, he definitely can. He hits those one-shot combos like it's nothing. It's nothing. He does that in
yeah,
his sleep right there.
you've got two sides of a Junkrat player. The side A, which is just, I'm just gonna empty my mag down lane and pray for the best. And then
Yeah.
you've got the architects, which are like perfectly calculating the angles to ricochet 18 times to kill you off spawn, all this kind of thing. Honestly,
Yes.
Junkrat players, like, on both sides scare me, to be perfectly honest.
Well, they are the most unique
Yeah.
player base, I would say, from my experience.
Oh, 100%. 100%. So, despite what our overlay is telling us, we aren't going to be, so we are going to Neon Junction. Neon Junction, a brand new map added this season, actually, alongside Shion. I believe it's her home turf, or rather the home turf of the Shimadas, as far as I'm aware, given the event going on. I haven't had a chance to play much on this new map. Runaway, what are your thoughts here? Can you run us at, get the joke there?
Yes,
Run
I
us
do get the
through
joke.
run us through how this map is going to be played, do you think, in your experience?
Yeah, so in my experience, the Sigma ban already coming out is actually very, very interesting because Sigma is very strong on this map. And I'm a Sigma main. I would know this map has a lot of open space, and Sigma is perfect for that. There's a lot of long corridors. There's there's a lot of open space um, for plays to be made, and Sigma obviously has the most amount of resources to maneuver around that open space in a way that would benefit. So I think that Sigma and Poke in general is going to be pretty strong in this map. However, point 3 is a lot more enclosed. Obviously, nearing that final corner, you're going to be going indoors, where there's a little bit of a hold that the defenders can put off. And in that scenario, maybe a little bit of dive would be more beneficial. But I think overall, Poke is going to be the strongest choice for this map.
Ah, interesting. All right. So, if also you mentioned you know, the Sigma there as well.
Mhm.
I've not really seen much in terms of Domina, to be fair. Like, I don't know if she, I mean, her being the only other pure poke tank we have now,
Right.
I don't know how effective that is. I mean, to be fair, as far as poke goes, Cassidy is a very strong pick, and he's been banned this game, so we'll have to see how that goes. Malga as well, being debanned from KFC, who also have the map pick this round. So
Okay.
maybe they're cooking up a storm there. They've definitely got the spices for it. Real quick, I do want to mention something that that's made me laugh that I've seen Shia say in chat there. Junkrat mains scour the maps after patches to find places that have been broken or been patched out. They're a different breed. Yes, they are. They scare me and I don't like them.
That reminds me of Kefri. Like I remember back in the day, he used to find
yeah.
He would just go in custom game and just hang out in queue and just like look for widow spots. And I feel like a similar thing is happening with the Junkrat mains.
Yeah, no, definitely.
The Ram comes out.
All right, new map. First time in Lunar Colony. A very warm welcome here as we get things underway. Type 100, by the way, on the Ramatra. I'm a Ramatra enjoyer myself, so I'm very happy to see my man in
Absolutely.
the match. Zer being the first to be taken down on the Bastion. Back to spawn you go. Title out with the jetpack cats. Oh, Spike did try and get the sneak out there, but just not enough to get taken down.
Yeah,
Wow, I will
you see how hard it is for Spice to get into the backline. I mean, they tried to rotate around, but even with that bike, even with that speed boost, it's just hard to flank on this map, and that's why the front to back comps work as well as they do, in my opinion, with the Sigma, because there's just not a lot of flank routes on this map that are good for the Xi'an or the on-run as we've seen in the past. The Doomfist as well.
Yeah, no, 100%. Of course, this is still a newer map. It's still early days for us, so maybe new strategies will be developed as time goes on. I'm honestly not entirely sure about the cat being the play here, personally.
Oh my god, I didn't even notice that. Okay, so they're running Jackals on their Orisa. They've got a Roadhog as well as the Jetpack Cat. Okay, let's see how they utilize this though, because it is a very coordinated team, obviously, with everyone being familiar with each other. So hopefully we can get some of that Cat Bastion strats going. And this is a pretty decent map for it. There's a lot of open space that the Cat Bastion can take advantage of.
Yeah, I do want to mention though real quick just the unfortunate Liar being subject to the misery that is the easiest one-hit combo in the game. Yes, I said it. If ult comes out, we do have Melody there with the Kitsune Rush. We do get a good amount of pressure from it.
Yeah, it looks like I didn't even notice this before, but they're not playing the Junkrat at all. KFC 11 Spices has completely pivoted away from that Junkrat look, and it might be because of how strong Poke is on this map. They want to avoid that Junkrat pick because there's not a lot of close quarters to spam, but Spice gets the opening pick, and it looks like the Cat and the Orisa combo is coming out, but that leaves their backline vulnerable, and Greed sees that, but he's immediately taken down. Zur is traded, but Liar's found too. The Hog is just walking right into him and one taps him. Are you serious? That's
Okay,
Roadhog in
bro.
a nutshell. He's just walking towards you, healing up, and then one taps you with that.
Straight up aura walk.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Both
buddy.
from Greed's Fury here, they're going to have the Bastion as well. Let's see if Korn and Redacted can combo with that Sigma Bastion, because I feel like that's a pretty strong win condition, and it doesn't look like they have anything except for that Orisa spin to counter that sort of combo.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, you say that, but it's not even online yet. It's only 50%. The Cat did tag someone there, I think, but gets taken down by Liar. Liar gets bombs into a spawn by Zur. I think that might be a quick reset for them by the looks of things.
Yeah, still both tank ults online for Korn and top 500, so hopefully we can see some ult come out and maybe turn the fight. Just cash He's in their spawn right now. Hopefully he gets punished. Both on abilities used and the slow as well to clean it up. Very nice peeling there from top 500. So hopefully we can re-engage with that annihilation.
Yeah, I mean, hang on. What's Spice trying to do with the bike there?
That was some big damage, but Spice
position. Yeah. Oh, okay. I was about to say that was perfectly lined up for a 5-piece on the Symphony there, but finds, I think, only the Bastion.
Yeah, it was
now switched over to Tor. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy.
Wow, an amazing hold so far, and it looks like Jackals has that Orisa ult, and Zur has the Bastion ult, so I don't think that they would combo it, only because they do have the Cat to kind of fly that Orisa around, and I think that would be a little bit of a better win condition. Because obviously the only weakness for Orisa's ult is that she can't move, so having that Cat to just fly her around at will is definitely going to be a lot harder for them to do it. So let's see how they strategize this.
Speaking of, the Cat now has ult online. We'll see if we get some use out of it.
Maybe we'll see
still
someone going
sitting on
for
that annihilation.
Train is coming. Oh, it looks like Jackal's took such an aggressive position there, but Spice is there to follow up. The lamp comes out, but the Baptiste is still low. Baptiste falls. A great trade, even though it's a support for a tank. I mean, that's what they need to remain in this momentum lead here. The ult.
Yeah, the Annihilation does finally come out, applying a good amount of pressure. Okay, the teabag isn't necessary, buddy. It's a show match. Let's not be rude. But oh, okay, wow.
Zero has something to say in the chat about it. Said, okay.
I think, yeah, I just saw that. I think Kajin the cat might have been environmental killed there. Maybe it was the train. Yeah.
I would hope not, but the window comes out. I don't think the window's going to be enough, though. I think that for this point in particular, it's very hard to recontest because there's a lot of open positions for KFC 11 Spices to fall down. And Spice finds Redacted, but obviously not enough.
All according to plan, you fools, says
Right, let's
Korn.
see it then. Let's see the master plan from Korn to Korn himself.
Yes, Eggman and his master plan.
That's
Real
perfect.
quick though, while we have a moment here while they're finding their footing and getting that engage ready, let's have a look at the ults. I mean, Whole Hog now coming out straight away.
Yeah, the hog mirror, that's an interesting look.
Yeah, no, wow, we've got, okay, Melody with the window as well. That's going to apply a lot of extra pressure. And obviously support from the healing as well, but it doesn't seem to be enough to Redact gets taken down. And I do think potentially we're going to see another one dropping very, very shortly.
Nice hook.
Oh, pushing a lot. Yeah, there we go. As I expected. Ramatra just not enough. Being caught alone there.
Kaj uses that whole hog, but I mean they do have quite a number of ults to back that whole hog usage up. I mean they have both support ults KFC 11 Spices, and they also have Zurzel with the Bastion. Liar comes out quickly with that overclock though, and Korn finds a pick up to level 200.
Yeah, that railgun is so much damage. Even though it's been nerfed so many times, it's still so lethal. Especially with how many shots you can fire back to back in ult. Yep. Melody already about to get ult again. That's insane. Tree comes out, but I don't know if it's going to be enough.
Great
with the Terror Surge, finding at least 2 there, I think. Every ult's coming out as we go into OT. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Potentially no touch, and that is going to be all she wrote. Round 1 is over. We are 2-0 on this point, which means it seems like KFC have quite the fight ahead of them.
Yeah, I would say for this point, it's extremely difficult to cap that 3rd point. However, the team that is defending and the team that defends that 3rd point, they're going to have a significant advantage because all that they have to do is win that one fight. They don't actually have to push it all the way to that 3rd point because obviously the other team didn't cap all the way. So now they're not going to have to worry about the recontest. They're not going to have to worry about that 2nd fight that's always so annoying in these very closed off points. I mean, 3rd point, it's very hard to cap because of how much cover and how much survivability is available to the defenders. So we'll see if they're going to be able to hold this.
Yeah, no, 100%. Looking at the team comps, though, obviously I see Liar on the Zenyatta, Redacted pulling out the Junkrat. We'll see how that goes. Can it compare to Jackal's Junkrat? We'll have to wait and see. Zer doesn't seem to know who to pick right now. Bit of Mystery Heroes in Spawn. The balance between the Wu Young and the Juno as well now. Okay. So yeah, literally just going through the entire support roster.
Yeah, it seems like they're going to want to go with the triple support though. That's interesting.
Yeah, I do want to quickly mention, unless I'm imagining things, it seems Liar and Top 500 on the Ram and Zen have gone for like a pseudo skin match, unless I'm mistaken. Both with very similar color palettes.
It's to increase the amount of aura. And Redacted falls instantly. I mean, that's about as auraful as you can get there. Amazing.
Yeah.
Corn finds Spice already though.
That was pretty much an entire volley of crits there. That was beautiful coming from Liar, but it just wasn't enough. It barely did a dent into Jackal.
Bite the bullet.
Zerus found an amazing off angle, and as I was saying last round, I mean, there wasn't a lot of flank routes, but I'm proven wrong. That was an amazing 2 kills by Zer.
Yeah, I mean, quickly shut down by Liar though, but that's insane. I just want to say, yes, I understand that the Zarya is getting a lot of healing, but to be discorded and being shot from like 4 different people, including Zenyatta, who can pump out a good amount of damage, and just barely that health was moving. That health just was not nudging.
Yeah, that triple support for you. Yeah, triple support is absolutely amazing with that strategy. You just keep the tanks alive. You just keep pumping heals. There's not much they can do about it. And Liar finds Zer immediately. Melody finds Kaj as well, and it looks like this fight is instantly going to Greed's Fury way. It's a very early engage from KFC 11 Spices, but Spice finds a trade at least.
Yeah, honestly, with how things are going right now, what's your strategy if you're on both of these teams?
Right now, honestly, I would be looking to combo some ults. Like team composition wise, I think they've both got it down. I wouldn't play Roadhog obviously because it's not like a meta pick, but in terms of how I would play these next few fights, I would do exactly what they're doing right now with the Orisa and the Cat. They match with their Orisa ult, but no Cat, so no damage. Corn follows instantly.
Oh, the Cat ult comes out as well. I believe that was a hook on Zenyatta. I think that was a hook onto.
Okay. So it's the Cat ult for the Transcendence there. The Spree comes out from Spice. The press falling very low.
Oh, that was pretty rough. I think Spice did try and get away there, but just wasn't able to. Okay. The point blank tire, really, buddy.
Doesn't even need Nitro Boost for that. It was a nice trade though onto Lexar. They're not going to have a lot of heals, and looks like they're all backing up in response to that trade.
Yeah, no. Honestly, this is looking pretty not as rapid, I would say, as our first round, but still they're making some pretty efficient progress.
Yeah, and it looks like the thing is, I think that they haven't really gotten a lot of ults on like used. They haven't used a lot of ults is what I'm trying to say, and the window comes out, but they've still got 3 more ults to use, and Greed's Fury doesn't have a lot to match as well, so this should be their fight to win. It's a nice Cat ult there to bring Melody right into the back line.
Yeah, complete isolation.
Exactly. Transcendence comes out. And the visor from Zer as well. Not much. Greed's Fury just only having that Rip Tire very soon. I don't think they're going to have enough to recontest here. It's going to have to be a very, very large tire. And to be honest, I don't think that it would get very far with how much open space is on this second point. I think that they'll be able to take it out.
No.
Wow. That was an interesting Orisa there, and yeah, that's an easy kill. Corn obviously just way out of position there, and they'll cap that for free.
Yeah, we get on to our final point here, potentially the final point of the series. It is 2-2 all to play for. Let's see how things go as we approach potentially the final fight.
Quite a bit of time though.
Yeah, 3 minutes 19 still on the clock. Yeah. They've got a lot of time to play with.
Early engage, oh my gosh. And he kind of just got mind controlled into pushing it with that Annihilation and gets caught out with that Whole Hog. And an amazing Whole Hog to finish off Liar as well. A nice hook. And yeah, I mean, that was an amazing fight. An insane mistake from Greed, in my opinion, to use that Annihilation as early as he did, because countered with that Whole Hog, he's just out of position instantly, being pushed into the enemy's backline. And points being captured, the tire's coming out, but it's not enough. It's not, wow. They
Was that a
weren't even able
C9?
to use the tire there. Yeah, I guess so. They weren't able to use the tire at all the entire round, and they got it at the start of third point. Very interesting. But now it's tied 2-2. Even more.
Honestly, that honestly, that came out of nowhere. I was just like, I was just like, enjoying it, watching, having a good time, and then just out of nowhere, oh wait, what? The round's ended? Okay.
Yeah, that was a very quick engage, and I honestly, I would benefit from an instant replay because I wasn't able to catch all that happened there. I
Yeah.
mean, there was so much that just went wrong, so much that went wrong for KFC 11 Spices. But the thing is, they're gonna have map pick, and I think that Jackals has had enough of Tank. I think Jackals has finally realized what he needs to do, and what he needs to do is put the Junkrat in the bag. Put the rat in the bag and pick. I mean, we'll have to see what map they pick, but I think that it's
Wait,
pretty.
no, that's
Oh,
KFC won.
my bad.
That's the end of the.
My bad. Okay, so we are playing
Okay.
the fifth map. Okay.
So
okay, so
do not adjust your monitors, your television sets, or your Twitches because we do have one more round to go. We are going to the full 5 just for a bit of fun, as this is a showcase match. So hopefully, maybe Greed can get one more in the bag before it's the end. Question is, where do you think they're going to be going?
well, in my mind, I would pick somewhere where you're not going to be as countered by. Well, let's take a look at let's think about what they were playing last map, because both teams, it seemed that they liked the triple support, but it was really the Roadhog that countered that Ramontra pick. So I'm thinking they might want to go for something like an escort map that would be a little bit less. It would be honestly, I'm not sure. I feel like an escort map would be a little bit easier to deal with a Roadhog. But at the end of the day, it's really just going to come down to how they're playing in the moment. I feel like regardless of the map, it's going to be it's going to come down to which team makes those plays, which team makes the hooks. As we saw last round, that was the majority of it. So yeah, I don't think any map in particular would be the best choice, but I would say that they would need to adjust their playstyle a little bit against that Roadhog in order to have a chance at this map 5.
Yeah. And as we're going into our final map, I do believe we are heading off to Canada with no, not Canada. What am I on about? New York rather, with New Queen Street. No,
Wait,
I am
no, yeah, okay.
I'm getting my maps mixed up. Apologies. I saw New Queen and I was like, New York. Yeah, that's the one. It's been a minute. My apologies. But no,
Well, there is a
I
New
was
York
correct in
map.
my. Yes. But yes, we are in fact going to Canada with New Queen Street, a push map. So hopefully we'll see how things go. Push maps typically are very, very wide and open. A lot of different angles, a lot of different flanking points.
Absolutely.
New Queen Street especially is kind of like got that like squiggly S kind of flow to it.
As all push maps seem to have. But yeah, I agree.
I mean,
in particular, this map.
I would say Colosseo is not as squiggly.
Okay, yeah.
Well, until you get toward the end, actually.
Yeah.
At the end, you've got that kind of loop around, but
true. Yeah, but with Colosseo, it's more about the high ground on that map. And with New Queen Street, there's not really an oppressive high ground. I mean, you can count that second point high ground after you cap checkpoint, but at the end of the day, I don't feel like that high ground is as important as the high ground on Colosseo. So yeah, a little bit more incentive to play the flanks rather than just kind of sit up on that high ground. Whereas on a different map like Colosseo, for instance, you would be incentivized to play that high ground because it is a strong position.
Our bans have come in, and we have Junker Queen and Lifeweaver. Speaking of high ground, Lifeweaver's plant is able to give you a portable high ground, so to speak. Something
True.
Obi-Wan
Yeah.
Kenobi would love. But
That is also true.
no portable high ground for you as Lifeweaver gets taken out for this round, the final round of this showcase. Junker Queen as well, a very, very strong pick. We've seen how lethal she can be. The carnage as well. The a lot of purple damage, a lot of health negation. So honestly, I'm not surprised that Junker Queen got picked.
Yeah, and to be honest, I'm surprised they didn't ban him before, but I mean, they've got two amazing Junker Queen players, KFC 11 Spices, and I mean, they've shown it. I mean, every map has been very decisive. I mean, last map, obviously, they weren't playing the Junker Queen, but honestly, that was only because of how weak the Junker Queen can be on such an open map, like the what is it called? Neon Junction? Like Neon Junction. So Junker Queen coming out, being banned, I mean, on this map, it's kind of surprising because I don't know if Junker Queen would be the best play here, but obviously Spice and Misha both main Junker Queens, so it is a safe ban at the end of the day.
Yeah, no, I mean, both pretty solid picks, I would argue. Looking at the comps here, again, Spice is sticking to their guns with the Shion. The ball is coming out though, which is honestly doesn't surprise me. This is this map I'd say favors speed and and hyper aggression. As
Speaking of
we've seen
hyper-aggression.
here, the other side, yeah, with both yeah.
I mean, the Winston Diva, it's going to be a very good look, especially combined with the Ana and the Genji. Let's see if they can get a good dive going in. They're already falling to the Winston dive.
Yeah, no, this the compound side of Greed's Fury is an Overwatch 1 classic. Save for obviously the Kiriko being a new one, but nevertheless, equally as effective. And
Agreed.
we're seeing that straight away as unfortunately KFC just unable to even find their bearings, getting poked out one at a time.
Yeah, it seems like the Winston is just a little bit stronger than the Wrecking Ball on these sorts of maps, on these push maps, because of the Winston's ability to stay a little bit longer than the Wrecking Ball with that bubble. Placing that bubble down, he's able to really initiate those dives a little bit better than the ball's ability to just slam and kind of get out. The Winston, on the other hand, is able to kind of stay in and continue to apply pressure. Speaking of pressure, he's gotten nanoed, but he's gotten burned down immediately by the Bastion. And it looks like the team fight is turned instantly. A nano coming online soon for Jackals, but I don't think they'll need any ults to finish this one off.
Yeah, no. One thing I do want to say though, with Korn there though, is when he popped his bubble and he kind of just he didn't really bubble dance, he just kind of stood there. I don't know if that was a misplay or what, but
yeah, well,
or maybe
with nice stick, oh my
comes
gosh.
out.
Beautiful from Liar, and that just swings the momentum heavily. It's a great series.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Spice currently have control of the bot.
Those supportals, and they're all being dumped into the Bastion. It looks like the Kitsune and the Nano supporting that Bastion turret form, and Misha gets 2, but Redacted's following up, Lexar's following up, and some trades coming out. Another trade from level 200, but Redacted with 3 this fight. Amazing performance from the Diva.
Yeah. I don't know if you noticed there, but Zerd did pop the overclock and didn't really seem to get much value out of it. I don't know if that was like a misclick or what, but I think now they're going to be paying the price for it. They get sent back to spawn. That's going to be a rough one. Greed did really well there because they will work quite low for a good amount of that fight, but just none of them were able to kind of finish the kill, resulting in Greed getting that finish.
Right.
I don't know what the play there was, top 500. But
It's
right.
a little bit. That was a little bit. He was trying to, outmaneuver. I guess stay alive as long as possible. But some ults online for I would have said both teams, but KFC 11 has 0 ultimates and not even close to 1 for this next fight.
Yeah, no, I mean, forward spawn now unlocked in favor of KFC, so that's going to be rough. But the Nano Blade does come out. Doesn't find anyone. We get the one. Nano Blade is trying to play a good bit of pressure, but no, they're just too spread out. Nano Blade can't make the distance and gets shut down, only finding one kill.
I really like that position, those positions there from both DPS on the side of KFC 11. It really, it split the Genji off. Like he committed to that dive and got traded out. I really like that because of the fact that KFC 11 has that forward respawn, and Greed's Fury does not. So it's going to look like a pretty early recontest here, KFC 11, because they're going to have that number a lot quicker than Greed's Fury.
Yeah, the Monkey Rampage does come out, but it doesn't seem to be finding much value. Yeah, very, very low. Kind of has to back off here, unfortunately. Redacted does come out with the nuke, but only does find Cash, which is a very, very valuable pick, especially that Cash had an ult ready and waiting.
Right.
Lai gets shut down there as well. I don't think I saw them send out the pulse bomb. I know they activated it though.
Wow. I mean, such an early engage.
Yeah,
Such an
no, then
early
yet
engage
again,
from-
forward spawn.
Sorry.
No, you're okay. Forward spawn yet again unlocked basically instantly.
Yeah, and I want to say that KFC 11 just has so many ults online. And Greed's Fury, they had that Primal Rage, they had their opportunity, but it's gone now. And it looks like they're going to try and turn this fight with a little bit of ults, but they're not going to need a lot here.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's long for this world. Yep, there we go. I do want to mention real quick there, on the inside, Misha with a gorgeous bank shot grenade. Yes, it was point blank, but nevertheless, a bank shot's a bank shot, you know?
Right.
That was quite impressive. Maybe some drunk rats in their future.
Yeah, maybe we'll see some of that in the future, but KFC 11 Spice has 4 ultimates, the Greed's Furies 2, and they know they're going to go in early here, going for that Ana, but not able to find it. I mean, they're a little lost right now. And the Corn gets that nano. Nice trades, and it looks like this fight is actually being turned in Greed's Fury's favor because of that nano. An amazing nano engage from the Ana Winston.
Yeah, but here's the issue. No matter that, even though they're getting these team fights and they're getting these wins, like they're not able to do much with it. As like by the time they actually get the bot back to their payload, to their push ball,
Right.
they're only able to get like a few meters before there's another engage. They're not able to really snowball that win into another team fight.
Yeah, and as you're saying that, yeah, very early engaged, like you said, from Spice.
yeah.
But Spice just completely fumbles all of his marbles, and he's dead. Redacted gets a kill, and it looks like Greed's Fury is very healthy right now. The ball is falling to 7 HP to 0 now. Redacted's found 2. Looks like they're going to cap this checkpoint.
Okay, I stand corrected. They were able to, in fact, get that trade to a back-to-back win. But question is, can they do it one more time? As they are very, very close. 57 to 83 on the board. The Nano comes out. Is it going to find anything? Nano on the overclock. Okay, that's going to be very dangerous. Just about gets out of dodge there. Avoiding the nuke from Kaj there. A lot of damage if they didn't. They do have... Okay, well, never mind. I was about to say they do have a railgun in the pocket, but doesn't find anyone. Harry getting shut down there. Lexar back to spawn. And I think, yep, they are just able to, yeah, that snowball again.
Oh, fire falling very early. But a great trades, an amazing dive from both tanks on Greed's Fury side. And a nice Primal Rage. He's going to have to get out because of that Bastion turret, but he's going right back in and killing that Bastion. Amazing cleanup.
Yeah, no, again, they apply a lot of pressure, but just not
Where's the
enough by
bot
the looks of it.
Oh, Corn gets traded out. That's not good at all. A nice sleep there, but recall comes out, and it looks like KFC 11 is going to reset a little bit. But as you mentioned, KFC 11 is going to have a pretty solid time recontesting. Oh, the blade comes out though, so maybe not. As like Caster Curse, that Jackal's falls, and Spice does as well. 2 trades for 1. That's a pretty good trade. However, Sir finding an amazing amount of kills there on the Cassidy. A great swap there. Zur is known for the Cassidy in terms of his DPS picks, and it shows.
Yeah. Obviously, Central Spawn is currently in play. I do think we're going to get that forward spawn as well, depending on how
Ooh, a
things
bit of a
go
mess up.
here.
Okay, he manages to stay alive. That's well. Okay, a lot of ult
Dropping
here.
very low.
Here's the mines. Kitsune and Spice's ult as well. That spree online. Just the cattle for Greed's Fury. And Corn falls. Yeah, the Kitsune just to clean up, and there's not a lot of players to kill in that because they're already dead.
Yeah, no, really assertive teamfight win there. Redacted just able to slip away. The forward spawn does get unlocked. We have 47 seconds on the clock and 83 meters on the board. They really need to come up with a new strategy, otherwise that's going to be all she wrote for Greed here. As we're pushing out, the nano does come out, as does Spice as well. I don't know if no, Spice did in fact get the trade on Lyre. They're pushing into the spawn. I think that's going to be it. 24 seconds on the clock. They're holding the front door.
The biggest problem is that they just didn't use that Kitsune. Greed's Fury just did not use that Kitsune, and now they're gonna have to use it to recontest, but is it even worth it at this point to use that? I mean, they do use it, of course.
Yeah, 7 seconds on the clock. We might potentially see an OT. The question is, how long is that OT gonna last when so much pressure is being applied? And that is gonna be all she wrote. Ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between, your winners for this showcase match, KFC 11 Spices. Brilliantly done by both teams, but KFC, they were able to keep their footing the entire time, while Greed were a bit sluggish out of the gate, you know?
Yeah, and it's really just about that ult economy. I feel like KFC 11, the reason why they had so many decisive fight wins was because they were able to set up early with the ult combos, and those nanos, using them on Spice for the spree, using them on the blade, using them with the overclock. I mean, all of those are amazing combos, and it didn't look like Greed's Fury had something to respond to that. I mean, every fight that they had the nano boost online, it seemed like they were either going to trade the backlines or just simply giving up and simply resetting and playing for that next fight. So I think that Ana was a very, very important factor in this win.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, Rejected, they're getting the play of the game for that final round. Honestly, really good showing by both teams. But as you said, it seemed that KFC just had an answer for everything that that Greed came up with. Nevertheless, Greed, you should be very proud of yourselves. You did very well.
Agreed.
Might not have been your day, but you never know. We've got the tournament on July 4th starting up, so maybe things go better for you in the in the big one. Speaking
Agreed.
of, we do have, as I said, the tournament going live on on July 4th, Independence Day, for you American viewers. So why not enjoy your special day with a bit of Overwatch, you know? If you want to keep up with any information about the tournament, obviously you can do so by joining the Lunar Colony Discord server. I'm sure someone in Twitch chat will be able to provide you with a link. Of course, that is the best place to keep up to date with the Lunar Colony. As for us, I do believe that is it. I'd like to give a massive thank you, though, of course, to both teams for showing up today, and our team in the back, you know.
Yeah,
as
production.
always, the absolute units. KPJ and Bert, our observers for this showcase match. Brilliantly done as always. Thank you again, guys. Much love. And of course, you know, thank you to everyone in the back, in the producer seat, in the running the cams, running the overlays and everything. If it wasn't for them, this wouldn't be possible. I mean,
Absolutely.
you know, you and me, we don't really, we just sit here and yap, you know.
We're just hanging out, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's really all them
we're being chilling.
Being chilling.
Again, exactly. Yeah. Thank you again, of course, to those guys. As for us, that is going to be it for now. Hope to see you all again very, very soon on July 4th for season 2 of the Lunar Colony. Thank you again all for coming. I've been Voltali. My co-host here has been Brick, and that will be us. So again, thank you all for watching, and we shall see you all on July 4th.